6:22. Hello. We are a little late today, but we are here. Hey, IG Live. I know you're telling people to come on in. I don't like perpetrating the fraud, so ain't nobody the hell on it. We got one person. Marjan! Hi, love. Nelson! My love bug, I missed you on Saturday. Hey, everybody. I'm trying to wave at people. I can. Javon, Nature Girl. Nelson, we missed your presence. We really did. Of course, it wasn't as fancy as you have it, but we missed you. So I know Raekwon said you guys just moved. Well, I know you guys just moved and you're waiting to like get everything furnished before you have a get together. But Nelson, baby, I'ma be there. Hey, EC McLean, everybody checking in. Just waiting for Dex. Dex, it says I don't have any requests. That's weird. Dex, can you send another request? Marjan, my love bug. All right. Everybody come on in. Let me see if I can go live. See. Hi, DJ Ben. I'm sorry, it went away. DJ Ben something. Busy. Megxit and Quills. Hi, loves. Hi, Dex.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
Well, I had a root canal today.
Oh, well, usually the last time I had one, it didn't you be cool after them now.
I don't know.
Or are you?
It's fine. It's just, I've never had that before. I've never had a root canal before. And then they were like, because first they're like, oh, we think you have a cavity. And I've never had a cavity in my life. And I was like,
You love telling a story. Go ahead.
cavity in my life. And they were like, yeah. And they were like, oh, wait, it's not a cavity. However, the nerve endings in your teeth, like, it's got to come out. And I think I would have rather had a cavity. I think a cavity is much easier to deal with than this.
Yeah. Because the cavity is just a quick, drill it out real quick fill-in. When it comes to a root canal, child, it's so funny. So a few years ago, I had to get one because I did have a tooth that was bad off. And it's like, she was like, we can fix it. I'm like, all right, go ahead, do what you got to do. And she goes, well, the one next to it. And I'm like, ain't nothing wrong with that tooth. What you mean the one next to it?
But it spreads like when it's nerves, like there's of the spread, so that's possible to.
Yep. And that's and I appreciate it because a lot of times when they tell you this, it's preventative reasons. Like, listen, it might not be bad now, but it looked like it done jumped over there, so you're gonna need both. So I was like, all right, just take all my money, damn it.
I floss every night. I brush my teeth right, and they're like, it has nothing to do with it. I'm like, well,
sweet.
How it happened then?
How it happened?
That's what I said. Well,
I don't know. And you said never. You think the marriage you getting that sweet tooth from that wife? Because you ain't never had no cavities before you got married, sweetie.
Well, I still don't have no cavity, but she messing up.
Or no root canals.
Getting on my nerves. That's why the nerve endings in my mouth.
And don't you do that to my friend. Wait, did she post any pictures? Do you guys have pictures together from the weekend?
Yeah.
Did you post? Or you ain't gonna be your life like that no more?
It was like a story post. I did like a story post.
I know I done missed the shit. I'm so guys, this is my thing with stories. I'm the only one that I know that puts pressure on myself when it comes to stories. Cause I look at it like not everybody else, of course, because that's not the theme. If I watch a story, it's basically me like coming into your home. Why would I not say hello?
Well, like I story a lot. Like I post a lot of stupid stuff in my story. Like if you go through mine, you'd be like, yeah, I don't got to respond to this.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Like the picture that we took together was a like a photo booth picture and gifts. So it wasn't like a stand up picture. Like it wasn't I wouldn't post it. It's not a
okay.
page. It was like a story post.
Well, when we're done with this, can you shoot me over a picture of you guys in the chat since I missed it in your stories? Was that like you guys' first, because we have been in COVID and everything, was that your first like real like dressed up occasion fair as a married couple?
No, we went to a wedding in October. I can't tell. We went to a wedding shortly after. I think it was October.
Okay. Hey, Dad.
Also,
Also,
also happy Black History Month to those who celebrate.
the end of that, what? Yes.
Some people don't celebrate it, and some people don't have the time for it. So I just, to those of you who celebrate, happy. Those of us who celebrate Black History Month,
Dexter, you celebrate Black History Month?
24/7,
You got no choice.
28 days.
It's Black History forever for us.
Oh, wait. Shout out to Mr. Smack. He's on right now.
I know, I saw him. Hi, Daddy. I said hi, E.C. McLean.
I saw him at the concert. Well, I didn't see him at the concert, but I saw the picture of him at the concert, and I was like, he was sick. Mm.
Listen, I was so proud of him because he was really about to bail. And I know my dad because he's not feeling up to par fully his complete self. So I offered it. We offered the ticket to him and he said he wanted to go. But I, like, knowing my dad, I'm like, he's going to bail the day of. He called and he was like, all right, you want me to drive? I was so, go ahead, Daddy.
But you know, things like that. I mean, you guys don't get to follow him on Facebook, but I do. But I think when people deal with stuff or whatever, and like actually deal with stuff, like getting out is almost necessary. I think it's difficult, but like getting into that groove, whatever, you probably have to pay for it the next day. But
Yeah.
at that time, like that's necessary because like you just can't be at home all the time. You gotta like.
And in the beginning, because you know he was so bad off, Child Daddy ain't even want to go to the damn store. He had his whole hazmat suit on prior to. So, but I'm so proud of him because this was his first big event post COVID. So I was just so happy to be in that space with him. I don't know lately, and Dad says nothing but the Most High that got him through. Yes, he did.
Let's talk about them tickets that you had because I saw a lot of people were at that concert, but I didn't know where they were at. I couldn't tell where they were at.
Okay.
I mean, like, look, I saw details. That was some good seats.
They were good seats. That's compliment to my cousin Crystal. She's not on, I don't think she's on here now, but usually she does. My cousin Crystal, I've been doing this concert thing probably like with her consistently, probably since I've been like 17. I don't understand. She is the ticket plug. Whenever tickets, like you'd be like, you can't get no tickets for that show. She'd be like, I got them. And the seats are good. Like, I don't know how she does it. Like Beyonce, we were right on the floor, like looking at the trick right in her damn face.
The one Beyonce show is like it's like On the Run. I think whatever the last one was before COVID.
Yeah.
It was her and Jay-Z together. I was there. Like my ticket, I had like these were probably the best. No, I had really good Drake seats one time, but this Beyonce one, these were probably the best tickets I've had in quite some time. We were like, she was stage, and like she had to walk past me to get to the end of the stage. Do you know I slept through that concert?
That's right. Oh, that was the one you got really drunk at, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, like
you were hot.
I mean, drunk and other stuff too. But,
okay.
But
now, what would you have done if Beyonce said, "Excuse you, get up"?
Like, you know, the way those rows were, though, like, there is a possibility she could have seen me, but she probably was like, "You on crack? Like that's on you." Like I kind of regret
everybody sleep on my shit. If you're not an elderly person or a baby, I'm stopping. Excuse you. Now you don't spend all this money because this right here, this section ain't cheap. So you don't spend all this money to sit here and go to sleep on me. Get up.
And people that I was with could care less that I was. They enjoyed their time. But I'd say all that to say, I think seeing you guys at that concert was amazing. I think all of Philadelphia, it was like New Edition, right? Yeah, New Edition.
Yes, the culture tour.
All of Philadelphia was at that concert. If you guys looked on your stories, you saw somebody at that show. But they ain't have tickets like Latoya. They was up in the sky. I mean, stop being like that.
I know some people have real. I ran into my girlfriend Donita, and I was like, "Oh, where you at?" And the old girl, she was on the floor. I said, "Yes, friend," but I was right by the floor. And usually, like certain shows, especially a show like that, I really don't like floor seats because you can't see because everybody stands up. So I honestly prefer like the first few rows closer to the stage, but on like the 100 level because I can sit down and enjoy the show. I don't have to get up being like you on my way. Although this last show, I don't know if COVID has affected people's bladders in a certain way because I've never gotten up so much in my entire life at a concert. I don't know what was happening, but it needed to stop.
In the bathroom. But no, that's common. You probably just don't remember because you haven't been to a concert in 2 years. But no, remember back in the day with the concerts, the lines be wrapped around the building. Like
Well,
that's
no, the bathroom lines are crazy, but I'm talking about the row that we were in. I think it was like a 90-year-old bladder season. And I'm like, the reason why I say that is because I got a 90-year-old damn bladder and I'm always going to the bathroom. But it wasn't me going that day. It was everybody else in that entire damn row. And my dad, poor dad, he was at the end, damn near directing traffic and shit.
yeah, I never when I go to shows and stuff, it's very rare that I go to the bathroom. Like you gonna go, I'm like my mom, you gonna go before you leave out the house.
And that's what I tried. I'm like, all right, well, let me go a little bit before. And I did, thank God. And then I didn't have to go again until the end. But, you know, when your cousins start to drink, you know, what
Yeah, but
they was in there
what are
drinking.
COVID protocols like?
What?
Because this was Wells Fargo Center, right? And no shade to Wells Fargo Center at well, whatever. You take how you want it. But the last time I went to a show at Wells Fargo, they were like, "Can we see your vaccination card?" So I showed them the card or whatever. And then I went to go sit down, and then the people that were on the road with me, they would sit. They were bringing their beers open, like, like, how are we still serving people drinks and stuff like that and food, and we not? So the COVID protocol is to show the vaccination card, but after that, whatever, do what you do.
Even now you don't need nothing in the Wells Fargo Center, which I didn't understand because now you can't bring your purses. You can only bring like a clutch or something like that or something very small. But oh, you're welcome, Ron Divas. I'm sorry it wasn't as close as it could have been. Ron Divas, she's actually head of the Ronnie DeVoe fan page. So she runs it all. So she was like, Chocolate, can you send me stuff? I sent her everything I had. I was like, I'm sorry, baby. It wasn't as close as it would have been if I were working, but
Wait,
it was nice to be at a show not working.
did you know his wife was a Real Housewife?
Oh,
Ronnie DeVoe's wife was a real.
yes.
You knew that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Shamari. I think her name. Yeah, Shamari was her name.
Oh,
I think she was a 1 or 2 seasoner and then got out of here.
She probably
Wasn't she? What?
probably didn't have time to deal with them.
Yeah, probably. No, I mean, honestly,
look,
it was a little boring.
and Portia was on the show with her. She wanted to keep her man.
I bounce too. Shit. I bounce like, this over here taking men's, not mine. You won't.
I don't know how much you have to go, but you said men's, and it reminded me of something that I just saw. Do you have it? Okay, I'll wait.
Just to bring it up now, talk about it.
So Toya and I, we don't fool with this person. It was one of our old friends that we don't talk to anymore. He is doing big things. He is on a new show called Hollywood Bad Boys. Andrew Caldwell.
Yes.
He'll never see this because he blocked both of us. But he's on a new show. It's him. I don't really know any of the other guys on there. I know Milan Christian. Christopher from Love and Hip Hop. Kirk Franklin's son.
Yeah, his son, the one that Kirk had to curse out.
Yes, the guy who sings like Where the Money Resides. He's on
here.
I think that's all I know.
Yeah, I don't know too many. The ones that you saw, I didn't even know Where the Money Resides was on there, so I like that. But
they said he was on there. Yeah, it's like 10 guys on there. Like, I mean, 10 guys that, I mean, whatever. But anyway, we're interested in the show because Andrew Caldwell's going to be on there. And I think I have like I want to say love-hate, but I think it's a hate-hate relationship with him. I just mess with him and make him upset or whatever. That's all I want to see it for. Zeus. So if somebody want to shoot me their logins, like I would
Now,
appreciate it.
I already told you for this, as long as old girl is on there, Miss Thing, Bathhouse Betty is on there, this will be the first time Zeus has gotten a coin from Latoya Shantae Charleston, aka Chocolate Divinity.
Crazy part about it though, Zeus is like $3, but I refuse. I refuse to give up the $3 for Zeus Network.
Certain things you'd be like, it's I can't do no more streaming services. We're done.
I have every streaming service known to man. Won't do Zeus for $3. Can't do it.
I can't do it. I was like, I'm not getting not one more streaming service. If I can't find it on the Fire Stick, then it just is what it is. But the Zeus show, yeah. Shakima, I got you. Dex, I got you. We'll do a whole watch party because I need it in my life. And it's after this, if the people who Andrew Cobble hasn't blocked, can y'all slide in his DMs and tell him to to unblock us now?
If he unblocks us, we'll support. Because you can't have me blocked on 2 different accounts. Like at this point, it's
Come on. And it's not us. Before y'all start, it's not us with the problem.
Yeah, sure.
We don't have a problem. It's him with the problem. They damn sure are missing Roland Shakima.
Wait, did you see what
Why
I texted?
they bring him on there?
Did you see what I texted you? And I said if he wasn't.
Why he alive? Supposedly Ray is alive. He's still with us.
He is as alive as.
Where the queen at?
Look, Jason Lee. Wait, you know how we used to do the Breonna Taylor thing? I think we should start doing that for Jason Lee. It has been 7 days since the Queen of England died, and we have no official word. Like, what's up? Like,
Jason, he apologized. He said apologize. She ain't here.
like, I mean, it has not been confirmed by nobody. You just gonna just pretend like, oh, no big deal.
Well, when y'all catch up to me, I'm taking Jason. I'm taking all apologies.
Nothing like it. Insane. That man is crazy.
Like, what we still ain't seen Kim Jong Un or Il, whatever the new one's that where he been? It's been years. Where he at?
We've seen pictures.
Of what?
Remember we saw the pictures of him in his like new after COVID body. He had like a different face and a different body, and they were like this. They's like that is him. You ever see Hangover with Leslie Child's like that is him. That is him. That's what we're dealing with here. Now enough of my foolishness. What do you have today?
It's like, all right, I'm gonna take it. We're gonna get serious for a hot second.
See, that's
then
why
we're gonna bring it back to the mess, y'all. Somebody, his sister been taking more of a role. Yeah, because the other one's crazy too. They say his sister is it's just as bad, but I don't know nothing about them. I'm still looking to see the daddy. Okay, so be on alert for Jason Lee. I'm sure at some point in time he will break his silence, but be prepared when he breaks his silence. Ain't nothing gonna be nice or humble or nothing about it, okay? Just as long as y'all know that. But let's get into a little bit of local news. Actually, I don't know. The Capital Six, Capital Six. I'm gonna end on that because it's local. It's Pennsylvania, but the Capitol storm the Bastille. But we'll get to that. I noticed. So today, actually, it was reported. It's actually a pretty sad situation, but somewhat with this, I'm kind of not shocked. If you've been paying attention to a lot of the Amazon type drivers lately, just recently today there was a road rage dispute between an Amazon driver and another guy on the road. The man, I believe, was 68 years old, and the whole incident was caught on tape. on video. um, they had some type of dispute over some type of accident. The older gentleman comes out of his car, approaches the Amazon driver. They got into some type of like altercation, a quick tussle. At one point, they both got back in their cars. Then at another point, the older gentleman went back to the Amazon driver's door. The Amazon driver opened his door and proceeded to shoot the man in the stomach.
And someone Rondivas just said that the man is in critical condition.
No, is he? Oh, I pray he pulls through, because this was just a horrible, unfortunate situation. But I'm going to backtrack to what I had initially said. Have you seen a lot of these Amazon drivers lately?
Why he go knock on that man's? I just like this is how this is like. Why did you go back and knock on his door? What the hell's wrong with you? Why did you do that? I don't get it. Like,
why are you working for Amazon driving with your heat?
You're not gonna rob me. You're not
All
gonna
you gotta do is drop these packages, throw them packages at that damn door, and get in your car and go.
You're not gonna rob me for somebody else's package. That's what's not going. You see the Amazon truck and I got a Target on my back. You know what? To be honest with you, this is a sad story, but the thing is, when people are at work and in uniform and stuff like that, people think that they can try them. That's what it is.
I don't think we got.
But
Some of them.
The truck itself is a uniform. People think that they can do whatever and say whatever they want to do. Like, even when people be at McDonald's and people be trying to come at them, like people will. Well, why do you?
No, you're not.
See, people think they can do whatever they want to do to these people, and people are not having it.
Well, I'll just say this. Lately, a lot of the Amazon drivers, they just like my cousins on 52nd Street. I'd be like, how you get this job?
Well, don't mess with.
I'll be like, so you just going to be ignorant and blast your music like this? Like it's your own personal car? Huh?
In the Amazon truck?
All the time I see.
They said that this wasn't a robbery, it was road rage.
Yes.
I think that's worse.
Because yeah.
You got into a fight, and then you're going to come back for a round two? Okay.
I don't know why that man got out his car again, because it was done. It was done. And then he gets out of his car and go bother that man on his job, probably blasting DMX or Machiavelli. He probably wasn't for it already today. All these damn packages piling up.
And he probably woke up this morning, saw the sun out, put shorts on, and realized it was still cold. Like, there's a lot of things for people to be angry about. I'm just saying, it is. I mean, prayers to that man. I hope he pulls through. But, like, this is a lesson. Like, don't pull up on people in their car. Like, that's not a good idea. And really, even the first thing, like, even the first, like, tussle and whatever, I'm not even doing that, because you just never know what people are going to try to do to you.
Exactly. DJ Kevy Kev, this happened today out in my area, Delaware County. So we'll see what happens. I'm praying this man who got shot in the stomach does not lose his life. Shout out to the passerbyers who tried to get involved and break it up, but
get involved.
Once the heat came out, they minded their business.
I'm not even getting involved in the fight. If y'all fight on the street, y'all fight in the street.
What? But this is my thing. I don't know who caused the accident, but especially if you work for a business, isn't protocol to sit in the damn car? Just call the cops, sit in the car. I'm like, so you're sitting there working for Amazon or whatever the case may be, probably making a little coin or whatever. Now you're going to jail for the rest of it, for a good amount of time.
He's not going to jail, because I'm going to be his lawyer and defend. You're not going to jail for that. No, you're not going to jail for that. I got you with this. Wait, both?
No.
Oh, you're not going to jail.
He's going to jail. He's going to jail now.
I got you. Yeah, I got you.
You might want to take another case, Dex, because he's going to jail.
No, he's not going to jail. Trust me, I got you. You came up here and cramped on my door. You lucky. Okay, let's move on before I get canceled. But buddy, you're not going to. I got you.
Yeah, Mr. 58-year-old man, don't be tough, Tony, because you never know what it. Just watch your mouth when you're talking to people. I pray you survive, but watch your mouth, sir. Another. I guess we'll just leave it here.
Well, no,
Another story.
one more local story. I feel so ignorant tonight, but like, okay, well, over the week. I saw that Tom is making a lot of news lately. He said that he's going to ban selling Russian alcohol in the United States. I mean, sorry, in Pennsylvania. Like he's asking to do it. And I'm talking to my friends about this. Guys, please, just forgive me for my ignorance here. But I'm like, the only Russian alcohol I know of is this like vodka, right? And when I was in college, we used to drink like Vladimir, and that's all I know as far as Russian vodka. And guess what? That should have been banned. So if that's all he's banned, then I got no issue with that. Is there something else that I'm missing, like a vodka that I'm missing? Because
I want to say maybe Stolies. That could be, but it might not be. I don't know. It's that like when we just hear vodka, we just assume Russian, but
go to Vladimir immediately.
Yeah.
It's like college.
And I ain't drank Vladdy since I might have been 23 years old. It was a wrap after that.
If you drink a Vladimir and E&J after college,
now you know they drinking E&J. You know it.
Then you need to go get that job at Amazon then, because you need.
They be like, I don't drink no wine. Who drink wine? If it ain't Henny or E&J, I ain't doing it.
Ain't nobody drinking on E&J. If you guys are in the comments drinking E&J, just let me know. Give me a thumbs up if you drink E&J.
You know, maybe not a lot of our commenters do, but a lot of my cousins, the Ron Divas don't get me. A lot of my cousins on 52nd Street, you go to the store, E&J clean off the shelf.
You know, I'm talking a lot of
That's Darby too. Clean off the shelf.
My brother definitely does drink E&J. He 100% drinks E&J. E&J, Ciroc, and Hennessy.
Can't tell them nothing. All right, another.
About wild turkey. I don't know what that is.
Wild turkey, listen, that's what we need to go back to. That's what my granddaddy and my grandparents used to drink. Wild turkey, it's a dark liquor. I want to say, I haven't had it in years though, but it's a dark liquor. I want to say it's either a whiskey, I might be wrong, forgive me, but that's an old school drink.
Whiskey. Somebody actually gave me a whiskey for Christmas. Uncle Nearest or something like that it's called.
Oh, I don't know that.
It's an expensive one, I think. But
okay.
No, it's not that expensive. But it's like up there with like Hennessy and all that kind of stuff like that. But
okay.
Wrong. I'm like, I just stick to my tequila. I'm good. Like this.
So I've grown to be a bourbon girl. Like one of my favorites is Eagle Rare, but they don't sell it anywhere around here anymore, and I don't even think they deliver it here, which sucks. But this is a dark I've been sipping on lately. This is a good one. It's not. Look, we about to get this endorsement. Knob Creek, come holla at us.
I've seen that, of course, but I don't.
It's a bourbon whiskey, but it's actually very good. The reason why, I like darks a lot more now. Like I noticed I really don't even drink lights anymore because darks, you don't need a whole lot to get your buzz. Like you can sit there and babysit a dark for a while, but the thing is your cousins, they ain't drinking it like that. They taking the dark and going to the head with it. That's not what you're supposed to do.
Y'all don't mix it?
No, with mine, I'll drink it straight or I might put like an ice cube in it. But again, you're sipping. You're not doing it.
You drinking dark liquor straight? You are a nigga. Right.
Well, hey.
Look, you are your daddy's.
I'm not, because my daddy don't drink.
Grown man's drink. Like dark liquor with no chaser. I don't even do that. So they said, what's my favorite tequila? Do you know?
Casamigos, him and his cousins on the. Your favorite is Casamigos. At one point, you was on a Casamigo kick like crazy.
No, Patron.
Since when?
Oh yeah, I be drinking Patron every night. Like not every night. I be drinking Patron all the time. See, look in the
And
Patron.
see, your wife pulled up. She knew it. So what? You got sick of Casamigos? Because at one point that was your thing.
That's because all the kids was drinking Casamigos, so I thought I was supposed to drink it. But now I
Oh,
had,
with the kids.
I'm like, I've had Patron, and I'm like, oh,
Patron is really the best.
but I'll be drinking regular Patron Silver. I drink Patron Reposado. I'm like,
Just like your cousins in the club.
no, the next step up. It's aged, barreled, and all that stuff like that. Like tequila, man. Wait till I finish this live.
Yeah, oh, you about to get into it, huh? You about to get into the tequila, sweetie.
On a Monday.
Going up on a Monday. Remember that same song? Oh, one hit wonder. Okay, another last local story of the night. There's a Pennsylvania man outside of Mercer County who his name is Matthew Perna, 37 years old. He on Friday decided to take his life. And he took his life because he was one of the participants in the Capitol 6. What are they calling the insurrection?
Mm-hmm.
The Capitol 6 insurrection. He was brought up on charges. While he was at the insurrection, he decides to go in and take a 20-minute video of him just kicking it in our nation's capital and the holy grail to our nation. You're just kicking it. So this family said that he committed suicide because the justice system just took a really hard toll on him, on his spirit. It killed the spirit. Like the community, a few people in the community had his back quietly and like gave him words of inspiration. But he felt as though the community turned their back on him, the country turned their back on him, and a few other people he mentioned. So yeah, may he rest in peace.
He was inside the Capitol building.
Uh-huh.
So like I guess he was like fighting for his rights and fighting for like his
Yeah.
system.
And his family did take note in the article. He ain't steal nothing.
But I don't think he was accused of stealing anything. Joe Biden was. By you. That was a good one. That was good.
That was rich, Dex. That was rich.
I mean, look, suicide is very serious. It's not.
You see what my daddy said?
When we post this later on, people can't see the comments.
I wish they could.
So we look crazy. We look crazy when we react to these comments. Y'all are saying anything. Okay. Well, sure. What they said in the comments. That's where he's going.
So, yeah. The comments on fire. Hellfire.
I'm not doing this with you. Wow. Wow. Well,
But
God.
yeah, Matthew Perna, 37, rest in peace. And hopefully your next, wherever you're about to be reincarnated again, your next time around, just make better choices.
Yo, that man said, like, he's like, I didn't even enter the Capitol building. I was pushed in there. But in order to be pushed inside of the Capitol building, you had to be there. Like, because guess what? I wasn't pushed inside the Capitol building because I wasn't there doing nothing. So I wasn't pushed in there. You had to have been there. And obviously you had to be very close to that door if they pushed you in there. So, I mean, enjoy.
Well, when you got pushed in there, why you ain't come out?
Why you ain't just walk out? So you got pushed in there. You just decided, well, since I'm here, I might as well make myself at home.
Pull up that camera. Record.
Truthfully, like, I think that if I was friends with someone who was in that situation and this happened to them, I would just kind of leave it alone. Like, have his funeral and say what you're gonna say about him, but don't tell the public nothing because we're gonna laugh at you. And like, why would you do that?
The newspaper really tried that sympathetic spin. They tried to bring us in with the caption, with the title of the article.
The justice system failed. Do you think Donald would speak at his funeral?
Donald sitting up here like, what happened January 6th?
Okay, let's move on.
What
Because
happened now? Who told you to go down there?
you did what?
Meanwhile, Donald out here saying everybody here in the state, we dumb. And Putin's smart.
Well, look,
It would have never happened. On my watch,
you
I'm
know,
that guy.
I hate when we do stuff like this on this. Me and you do stuff like this, and people in the comments laugh. Don't laugh. You laugh at people doing stuff like this. They keep doing it. It's inappropriate.
It's very inappropriate. And you guys are supposed to be on here like guiding us and trying to like call us out. Like you guys gotta grow up. Like we rely on that for y'all.
I know why they're not doing it to you. I know why they're not. I know why they're not checking us.
Why?
Dang, I had a really good joke and I messed it up. I was trying to think of the generation, and I was about to say not Gen Z, but the one. Remember we were making fun of them?
Boomers.
No,
Boomers.
I did boomers though.
Oh, Gen X.
That's what it. Down a little bit.
This is the Pop-Tart generation. So I think that's what it is.
You know, like people say that we don't care. That generation above us, if they saw something like this, they would rip the obituary up and say, "Don't print that."
Don't print that. Damn sure would. And don't print that neither.
There are the people that, like, don't tell nobody else that.
It's too much. So, Ukraine update.
Oh, I had
you had a what?
a question for you about Ukraine.
Okay. Let's get into the story really quickly. Well, just a little updates of what's happening, and then ask me your question. So look, I'm like Vladimir Putin. Is that his name, Vladdy? I'm just thinking of the vodka right now.
Yeah, that's his name, Vladimir Putin, the president. Wait, they call him a president or a ruler?
I don't know. You know how niggas just taking king they damn self. Like, I'm running shit, so that's what it is. So Putin decides that he wants to start war with the Ukraine, take land from them that he, at one part, it was part of the USSR. He goes, yeah, we're taking it back. Housewife. Goes in, airstrikes. The president, though, I don't think anybody in the world was ready for how this president has handled things. Supposedly his background is,
Which president? Oh,
of the Ukraine.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Ukraine. Supposedly he was a comedian, so Dexter, our political aspirations, they can still happen in the Ukraine.
Not like his. He doing some stuff that, truthfully, like, people love what he's doing. Like, he's fighting on the front lines. He's on, like, the Good Morning America over there with the guns in his hands and stuff like that. Like, he's ready to go. If Joe Biden, and it's weird because, you know, I'm critical of Joe Biden, but if Joe Biden was like, I'm going out there to war and put guns in, I'll say, you better stop.
Down. Sleepy Joe.
You better calm down.
Go down his hand, but he killed some damn body or his damn self. So yeah, so he's out, turned down help from Joe to get him out of there. He said, "Get out of here for what? Mm-hmm. I'm with my people." So it goes to show with Joe bumping them guns.
I don't want my president to be trying to fight no war. I'm good on that, actually.
No, I Trump, get your ass out there, Joe. Bumping you? No, because if you got all this mouth the way Joe starting and then the people under him, they said, "Don't forget, we America." Ain't nothing. Bumping your gums. Get your ass out there on the front line.
Right down to that bunker and get down there and stay safe. But, you know, I was watching Good Morning America this morning, and they were saying that, like, women are stepping up. Women in Ukraine are stepping up, too. Like, there's one woman who's, like, a beauty queen, like a model and all that kind of stuff. Oh. She's on Instagram with her army fatigue on with the guns or whatever. Oh. It's kind of funny, though, because they were talking. She was like, yeah, I heard this happened, whatever. And they were like, women and children are able to leave. And I was like, I'm not trying to leave, whatever. So I got my gun. They were giving out guns over there for protection. I got my gun, and I'm just trying to learn how to use it. I said, wait a minute. Look, we need all the help we can get, but if you don't know what you're doing, get on the train and go.
I'm going to shoot somebody. Fuck it. I'm patriotic. I'm somebody getting the business with this piece as soon as I learn how to work it.
I'm just trying to learn how to use it. I said, okay,
That's
but
it.
women are really stepping it up now. Also,
And I love that.
this is what the question I have for you though.
Go ahead.
Also saying that they wasn't letting the black people get on the train to get out of Ukraine. And my timeline yesterday went from literally it was like pray for Ukraine. If this was you and your family, you would want them to pray for you to, oh, they ain't letting the black people out there? F them. Pray for the black. And that flag went from yellow and blue to black, green, and red real quick.
Afros.
Okay.
This. So here's my thing, and I don't, and that's why I really haven't spoken on it because it's too much confusion right now. I'm not jumping on that bandwagon just yet because from what I've heard is that prior to this happening, like they could see it was coming. They said some of these world leaders of their home countries let them know, hey, you kind of you should get out now, because if you don't get out, we don't know what's going to happen if this is not your home country. From what I'm hearing, these were the people that stayed behind. So I just need more information. Is it wrong? At the end of the day, these are people who need help. F all the sanctions or whatever policy you had or gave them an opportunity to go and they didn't take it. But this is a serious thing. People are losing their lives. And it's like, if that is the case, like I see why the Ukraine is saying we have to take our citizens first because we let you guys know that you shouldn't stay here, but you did. So I don't know. It can be a slippery slope, but I would love to get more details on the matter before I really give my opinion, because that's what people do. You see certain videos on the IGs and everybody just gets in hysterics without knowing the full picture. But again, at the end of the day, these people are running for their lives, and that should not be let me see your paper. Let me check your ID to make sure you're from here or you're a citizen of here.
Well, at this point, though, with those people, they're probably checking the color of their skin, and that's where my issue comes in. That is because, like, I do agree that, like, if you were able to get out, like, if you were able to, like, you had the means to get out, like, definitely take advantage of that. But that goes for them too, though. Like, if you guys, like, y'all didn't know this was coming, so like, in the same way we could have gotten out, like, you should have too, and you didn't. Like, for different people, probably didn't have money to get out or whatever. Yeah. There's free transportation, so we want to take advantage of that. But it's just really disheartening to know that that a country is being attacked and like anybody is having issues with getting out. I just like whoever's like, let's get you out of here as quick as possible. I always think about the Titanic, right? And I always think about the people who like died in that situation. I get it; they're one of the life rafts and all that kind of stuff. But having your bank account should not determine if you live or die. That is insane.
Exactly.
And
it
didn't do that either.
And I mean, if it comes out that this is exactly what happened. I mean, we clearly see it. You're seeing, I mean, if they're saying that, and I haven't seen all the video, but they're saying that, like, guys, look, pay attention. It's more than just black people this is happening to. But overwhelmingly, this is all that I see that it's happening to. From what I have seen, it's been black people. If this is the case, I really do hope that black people around the world wake up. F all I ain't like you and you ain't like me, and we know how a lot of them, you come over here, you think you better than us. Enough of that. If this don't unite y'all asses, I don't know what will.
Yeah, because if you think about like something like that happening here, and then black
Thank
people,
you.
Like honestly, and I agree with that, because I do think that we have this situation where we differentiate ourselves. We want to be on this side, and we keep you on this side. End of the day, if this was here in the United States and they decided to do the same situation, you're going to be left and pushed to the back simply because you're black. So like, no matter how much money, they're going to look at all of us the same way. So like, if this doesn't teach you to get it together and band together, then I don't know what the hell will. Right.
At this point, a worldwide, how they got what, NATO for the countries, we need NATO for blacks around the world. Like, stop playing. Because, I mean, we saw the same thing happen with Quincy today. Like, they attacked him on the JetBlue plane and told him to get off. And the guy, the pilot punched him in the face.
Yeah. So that is a really good transition. I saw that story and I just wondered a couple things. One,
Yeah.
why is Diddy's son on a JetBlue flight? That was the first thing I questioned. Secondly, you had to be doing a lot of stuff for the pilot to get up off the cockpit and come punch you. Like, could you? Like, could you imagine? You got to be like, just meant when you were younger, you upstairs, you doing the most, and your mom has to stop cooking and come upstairs to beat you. Like, you had to be doing a lot.
What was happening? What? And then they said it couldn't get on. It was all of my personal items, my jewelry, my passports and money. Well, how big was the bag if the pilot said you can't, it ain't gonna fit, you can't bring it in?
The pilot got involved, not the flight attendants, the pilot.
And from what I hear, I've never flown JetBlue, but from what I hear, they're basically like the Chick-fil-A of airlines. Very nice people. Mm-hmm. So what did it have to get to for the JetBlue happy man to pull up on you and punch you in your face? Where's the whole video? Release the video.
Yeah, we need to know what happened. We need the full story.
Yeah, because this ain't it. It's giving me Jim Jones and Gucci and wants the rest of us to get on board because the people at Gucci ain't trying to serve you.
Just in case people didn't see it, like, can you break down like what happened there?
What, on Jim Jones at the Gucci?
Yeah.
Jim Jones and his squad of amazing, mostly black men go into the Gucci, all kinds of expletives being thrown.
Right, they weren't shopping like how we would. Well, maybe y'all, not me, because I won't be in there. But they weren't shopping how people shop. They were in the exclusive VIP area in the back. Now, this is how I know I'm poor. I didn't even know Gucci had a VIP area in the back.
Me either. I ain't know neither. And he said, they ain't even give us no champagne.
See, when I go in the Gucci store, they be telling me you can't bring no drinks in there. So, like, we definitely on two different tax brackets. Like, I don't know what. You can't ask me to feel sympathy for you when I can't even bring my damn Chick-fil-A in the store. So,
rich people, stop coming to us with your rich problems. Sometimes maybe you're too removed from what the rest of us are going through out here. Yeah, make it stop, please. We don't care. Really quick to get back to the Ukraine and Russia. I will say it does make me happy to see like Russian citizens and other people like stepping up saying we don't want this war, especially in areas where they're like, I could literally go to jail for getting out on these streets and killed and abused, and they're doing it. So just to put the message out there, Joe, Putin, Ukraine is happening over there. Other people, we don't want it. We don't want it. Take it back. We're still dealing with getting out of damn Rona. We tired.
Yeah, I just say one more thing though about this. Like, the Russia-Ukraine situation, it's a very, very, very big deal, right? Like, there are plenty of ways you can find stories about this. Like, there are so many stories coming out of this. I promise you there are. Mm-hmm. For us Americans, I don't want us to stupefy ourselves. Like, let's not be stupid. The big story that Americans are running with today is that the guy from Dancing with the Stars got arrested trying to flee from Russia. Guys, like, can we not do that? Like,
Stop.
It's like we always try to find something that's entertainment related to try to make it a big deal, and we look stupid.
Very.
On social media saying I'm fine, I'm out of jail, like I'm just trying to get out of Russia. Why are we making this a story?
Thank you. And there's other people who are really going through it who just don't happen to have a name. Stop doing this.
They're in jail right now. They can't get out of jail. But y'all gonna blow this situation up. This is not a situation to be blown up. The man is fine.
Thank you. Please, and let them, if they want to share their stories on social media, let them share their stories. But stop looking at celebrity. Oh, look at what they're going through. Well, look what everybody else is going through. Are y'all insane? Stop doing this. But no, 1000% agree with you on that, Dex. Did you guys see that bomb that Putin used looked exactly like China's artificial sun? No, I did not see that.
Remember though, a couple months ago, maybe it was even last month, where China did that artificial sun situation. Do you remember that?
No, I
Yeah,
must have been.
it was like I didn't look much into it, but I don't know why. Like, but I should.
Okay.
But it was like it wasn't an actual sun. People were calling it an artificial sun, but like it was something that they did. I forgot the purpose of it, but they did it for like a purpose. It was like an energy saving thing or something like that. But when you saw it, it looked like it was like an artificial. It literally did look like the sun. You gotta look it up. We'll both look it up after the show.
Okay, yeah, I'm
But, like,
interested to know the correlation. So, are we saying that Putin's bombs wasn't?
well, no, people are saying that China's involved with them and China's trying to help them out, and that's why they're concerned because like, that could be something that's happening.
Okay, that makes sense. Let's pray that it is not so far, and it could be because China been kind of quiet in all of this and making it seem like they don't want it, but.
They said something that alluded to them being. I got to look it up again, but they did reference something that somewhat alluded to them being okay with Russia in this situation. So, like, look, we just got to keep our eyes and ears open with this situation because it's.
The Olympics still happening?
So, you know, I didn't watch not a second of the Olympics. I promise you.
Who's watching them?
I don't know.
Who's watching it? Except the news keep giving us reports. Y'all keep telling us some stuff we ain't watching, but are they still there?
I wish they would have them go off because all my shows ain't coming on. Oh, actually, they're over because my show started to come back. The Olympics are done because it's on TV.
All right. Just as long as our people are out of China, at least on the world scale like that for games. If you ask me, at least us, we shouldn't have been the hell over there anyway. But
now the summer I'm into. The Winter Olympics, it just don't do it for me. I don't know what is.
Yeah, summer I'll watch a few track meets, a few of like things like that. But winter, I've never been like maybe a little bit of the ice skating when I was younger, but now, and that's because they had pretty dresses.
You know what's crazy story? Like when I watch the Olympics, I watch the opening ceremony because I'm like, them fashions be on point. They have
them fashions be right. I'll be like, oh, I wonder if I could do that on these streets.
They have like polo and all them. Like they really they dress them.
Yes, them fashions are top tier. Y'all can just do a show on the fashions and I'll watch that. Kind of like how I do with the award shows now. I watch the red carpets and after that, I go mind my business. Wait, what happened?
I believe that. Mexican Quill says one of my clients who is a scientist. I like that. My client who's a scientist said the reason.
Come on, Mexican Quills.
The reason, like the explanation they gave about the sun, talking about like it generates energy, it's false. I believe that too. I don't think anybody would tell you like I'm doing some crazy stuff with this.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
They're just gonna pop out with it. Marjan said, "I'm wondering if China would call in the loan on the USA." I don't put it past them. You know, I know you ain't talking all that mouth, and you owe us money.
Joe, print some dollars.
I suggest you shut up.
Joe, print some money. Print the money up and get them the little funky $40.
You think Joe got the machine at his house in Delaware?
If he do, he better move it because you know they be in Delaware. They be in Delaware.
You know, Joe can't wait to finish that day and head on home to Delaware. He can't wait.
I don't blame him.
I don't blame him either. Okay, I was gonna say something else, say something smart, but I'm gonna let this go. I'm gonna let it go. Oh, did we see what are our thoughts on the new Supreme? Joe did do something good. I guess he said, "What have I done for Black people?" You've asked. Well, I've made a Supreme Court justice.
I've heard good.
And she's a Black. Her name is Ketanji Brown. First Black woman to be nominated and elected into the Supreme Court. The thing that I do really like about her, I don't know too much information on her now, so I do have to go and do my homework. But I do really like that she was a public defender. I don't know how much time she was a public defender for, because you know how they do. They love to throw us breadcrumbs that we come to find out she was a public defender for 6 months. Well, what the hello? So I'm praying it won't be one of those situations, but I guess that him and I brought Kamala in with me, and see, we taking care of Black women. What can you take care of these loans, Joe? I know you said you ain't never did nothing. You ain't never been for that, but can you change your mind a little bit?
I think I do think it's great, but like I also like, and I'm not gonna say I don't care, but I don't care. Like it's very historic. It's very great that you did it, but like I don't know. Like I think that I've gotten to a point where I'm very like selfish with this kind of stuff, and like I don't really see, like I don't know what the other people didn't do for me. I have no idea like what didn't work in my favor, and I don't know how this will work in my favor. But what I do know is that there are real issues that I have, one of them being student loans, and like that's kind of what I want to be addressed. Like it's kind of like one of those things where you're telling me like I'm doing this for you, I'm giving you this as far as like a Black person or whatever, but it's like I don't, if I had to write, if I wrote down 100 things that I'm concerned about, sadly, and again, tonight's just all about my ignorance, nothing about the Supreme Court would have made that list. I don't care. I don't know. I'm just
Because y'all gonna do what y'all want to do.
I'm just not educated enough about the Supreme Court to know how that's going to affect me personally. But I do know how like voting laws and how student loans, I know how that stuff affects me. I know how like
gas prices and this inflation, and ain't no money. These jobs, I mean, they hiring, but if you are in your job, a lot of them ain't paying any better. And
like
the
this is really just not enough, honestly. Like this just
it's not.
And I hate to take it away from this woman or whatever, but at the same time, though, like I feel like this is a pacifier, and I don't really need
It is. Yes, it's like, look at what I'm doing over here. Like, okay, but there's other, like, yes, this is a moment, but can we get to like the real business? And I want to say the moment, I guess it's less about us, because then because I was with you 100%, like, oh, F that, whatever. But I do appreciate that at least it will enact, it's not really for us, it's for the generations after us to see the normalization of Black women or just Black people in these positions. It will become their normal. Right now, it is not our normal. So I guess that's what the big deal is. But it like we have stuff right now that we really need serious attention to, Joe.
And I think
where you at?
Maybe it'll even get one of those things where like they won't be like me. They would know exactly how this benefits them if it does. They would know, and they wouldn't have to question that. And I think that's where I'm just like, I just want to know.
Yeah. Come on, Joe. This was actually a story, and I don't know why it's been trending recently, because it's something that happened back in January. But when it comes to politics, you know, sometimes it takes a while for the masses to get on board. And this is your hometown. Oh, well, is it your Texas or Mississippi? Your people, Mississippi.
Both.
Okay. So there were 14 Black Democratic senators who walked out on a voting bill, and the bill in question was the bill which bans teachers for being able to teach critical race theory in public schools. So they all, I guess, decided to unite, and we're not going to sit here as you guys vote against this. What are your thoughts on that? Like, do you think that's a start for, at least in the political realm, to show some type of unity? Because you kind of know this is BS. You don't want to teach kids the truth. Like,
it's kind of weird too, because like critical race theory, like low key, kind of came out of nowhere. Like this was not a conversation. It wasn't a topic, and a part of me feels like why is this coming up now? Like, is this something is this a political thing, or is this something that people are like, no, people should really know this? And it kind of, because like, to be honest with you, like I do think people could teach about race within, right? You could teach that. But from my understanding of critical race theory, it's basically going back. I shouldn't even say going back, because that's what people say when they disagree with it. It's basically rewrite. I can't say that either, because these are the arguments that people say, that you're rewriting history, that you're going back and changing. But essentially, it's telling true stories. It's telling the what happened. It's like what, for example, if you're talking about Christopher Columbus, like you're not going to tell the fairy tale. It's not a Disney story. Like you're going to
Mm-hmm.
talk about what things actually were. I don't really have an issue with that. I do think that's really helpful. A lot of people, like, I get the argument of it where it's like kids are too young to learn about this stuff, but at the same time, though, like, people experienced it. So if they're too young to learn about it, then we just shouldn't talk about it at all. Because if we're gonna talk about Christopher Columbus and we're not gonna talk about how the Indians were killed in this situation, then maybe we just
Slaughter.
Columbus at all. Then, like, let's just not talk about it.
Mhm.
And
And then you want to cover up. I remember when I was in school, a hot button, I'd never forget this thing, annex. Like when, oh, the U.S. went and we annexed this state or this country, like and annex, you don't think anything of it, but no, you went over there and you stole these people's lands. Like,
you know,
stop all, and we do this in our history all the time. And we don't like to look at it, but let's be clear, in these classrooms, there is a lot of propaganda happening. Propaganda does not really help a country grow. Now, I'm not saying that you don't, especially if you're teaching my 5-year-old or like my elementary or, age kids, you don't have to really inundate them with a bunch of the horrors, but you can start integrating like some of the lessons, and maybe as they get older, then you start, okay, this is the real truth. But to me, the fact that y'all don't really want to talk about it, CRT is in college, yes, and I took CRT college courses, and I actually, that time that I took it in college, I was like, I've never seen the students more engaged in conversation. And in that moment, I'm like, why is we waiting to have this in college and as an elective? Why is this not taught on a high school level? Because the point of getting kids ready for high school, transition them out, is to getting them transitioned to life and accustomed to the realities that are happening out there. It's more than just we're going to end the year with prom and then that's that. No. And we're lying to them. We're doing a disservice by lying to these kids and telling them of only a portion of the truth. Then when the real truth comes out, like today, you got everybody, their panties are in the bunch, da da da. But it's truth. I don't understand it.
But this is what I was saying, that it's one of those things that's newer. Like, and I'm not saying the conversation is newer, but like there are generations who this wasn't a thing for them. Us, like, we're a generation of people that this wasn't a thing for us. So when I say this is a newer thing, we're teachers now. So us coming up in school, like, this wasn't a conversation that was had with us. So we really would look at this like you're changing the history of the world, because this is not what we were taught. And I think that's the part that a lot of people can't get past. Like, what you taught, it wasn't necessarily wrong. It was just kind of like glossing over a lot of stuff. And I think specifically in our age bracket are the ones that are like, some of us are like, look, let's just do it. Let's just go ahead and like let's teach it. But then on the other side, it's like nobody wants to admit that they were taught incorrectly.
Well, you can't, it's not your fault that you were taught incorrectly. Like, this is my thing with people. It's not your fault. And a lot of this stuff, remember the girl who jumped up and did her little speech, Martin Luther King, who freed the slaves. And Black People Day would still be getting whipped. This, if that isn't proof right then and there that we need CRT in schools, I don't know what else, because that poor baby, she really thought she knew she was talking about. And I appreciate you being for the struggle, but baby, you don't know like the real truth of what really happens. You're confused. And apparently your parents are too.
And E.C. McLean said, they were talking about how the United States acquired Alaska, and she said that Putin could decide that he wants Alaska back.
Yeah.
He could have it.
Take it. And old girl already told us she can see Russia from her house, so we know how close it is.
This guy was saying the same thing, that like he's like Russia. I mean, yeah, he's like, Russia is so close to Alaska. Like, I'm in Alaska and Russia at the same time. So Sarah might have been on to something. Like, people are really kind of backing her up a little bit.
Oh, this is my backyard. It's like when you live on a state line between Pennsylvania and Delaware. I don't even got to cross no bridge to get there.
That's what I said, yeah.
So, listen, America, it's time to us to snap out of this get sober on real life things of how this country has come together. Of course, I mean, any other time, schools have no problems with creating lesson plans that are like that will help, the grade. You don't want to inundate them with too much, but the shit still needs to be taught. And then once you get to high school, you blow that shit right the hell open. Listen, kids, because we getting you ready for the damn world. This is what it is. And besides, if you go to secondary education, you're probably going to learn a lot about this stuff anyway. So just like Nike, just do it.
And I do, like, the last point I was going to make is what Marjan was saying, like, that the parents do need to be involved. The only thing that's scary about that is that your parents are only going to teach you what they know too. And again, going back to the point that I was making about critical race theory being a new thing, there are people with children who, like, they think what they were taught in school is correct. So, like, this is what they would be teaching their kids as well. And then you have other people who were taught other things. This is what they're going to teach their kids. And then you have all these kids going to schools with these different ideas. And because the school's not teaching it, like, it's just confusion. It's like, I have a process, the teacher has a thought process, and this other kid has a thought process. And we all in here just looking crazy, arguing with each other because nobody knows what's reality, because we're being... I'm not saying that parents don't have a responsibility, but I do think that we send kids to school for a reason. And I really think that reason should be one of those things that, like, really blends the ideas and what you're taught at home together. And you can reinforce it at home. But at the same time, though, it's kind of like, if everybody goes out there and, like, teaches people how they want things to be done, we'll be exactly where we are right now. Also, E. McLean, I was just joking as far as them having Alaska. Like, I don't Alaska away from us. I do understand that there's resources in Alaska.
I do want to take one Alaskan trip though, not in the winter time though.
I don't want to go, but like,
I do. I'm kind of like in this world traveling phase. Like some things I kind of want to go just to say, yeah, I was there. I made it. That's all I can tell you about it though. It's cold, but that's it. I was there. But yeah, no, it's one of those things. We just, again, America, get sober. Hey, this is life, and this is where we are. Stop lying to people. Stop. Even if you find yourself 40 years old, and it was today years old that you found out that Martin Luther King existed. Okay, like, all right, like you might have found out today. It's okay. Now is your moment to learn and do better. Okay, that's just what it is.
Nobody, you don't tell nobody that you didn't know before. Nobody would know.
Oh.
And Martin Luther King.
That's it. Okay, tell me more. Just act like you know. Fake it till you make it is what they say. One of our last stories. So over the weekend, we heard, was it the weekend or last week? Summer Walker, she's really been going through a lot with, her concerts and performing. And lately as a mom, she was just recently on stage saying she couldn't sing one of her songs because there's a lot of trauma going on. And, she writes about her life and her experiences. And, a lot of these wounds are still very fresh. So it's hard for me to get up here and talk about this. And then at one point, I believe it might have been another song, she started talking about her daughter and, there's things that just mean more to her now. And she would rather, invest those moments for her kid, her child.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, today we find out, I don't know if she went live or somebody else went live during her performance, and I guess right before she went on, I guess she had a little interlude with somebody in the conversation. She said she forgot the words of the song. So what is it?
Well, I don't. It could be a little bit of both. The issue, okay, so it's weird because of who it is. I think that kind of one of those things, like, I'm gonna give you this excuse that I forgot the words because overall, like, it's so painful for me to talk about this and do this that I just rather not do it. So I'm just gonna tell you that I forgot the words. Like, I can understand that. It just sucks though because Summer Walker, like, almost from the beginning has always kind of like found reasons to complain about stuff or be like, I don't want to do. Remember that situation? Like, I didn't speak up on this because as a man, I don't think that I should have. But remember she was doing an interview with somebody and the guy had asked her a question and it was kind of like sexually, like, and it was about like, it was kind of like something she said in one of her songs. And then he was like, he said it to her and she's like, I didn't say that. And she's like, yes, it is in the song or whatever. And people
That's not Summer. I think that's not Summer. That is, oh God. She's Ari Lennox.
You're right. Okay.
Yeah.
But
But the same, kind of the same
feeling,
scenario.
feeling this Ari train, she does the same thing that Summer Walker does, and both of them consistently do this thing where they talk about their mental health and all that stuff, and reasons as to why they can't do certain things. And that's problematic to me. Like, I do understand, like, mental health is a very serious thing, but it always, to me, seems like you only have these issues when it's time for you to perform for your fans.
I'm putting this all on the fans. I'm not even going to put this on Summer or Ari or none of them. People are who they allow, who they present to you. Why this girl is constantly bailing on shows, and this was before the baby. Hi, Auntie Chrissy, I love you. CMC 3249. But people, you've seen the mess. We've had time and time again. This girl doesn't show up to shows, or she's just getting depressed. But yet you still give your money and pay for the shows when they show up to your town. We all know that by now in the music industry, what do they tell you? You make your money from touring. Well, apparently you don't want no damn money. So I'm going to keep my coin right in my pocket, and I will listen to your songs on the album like I've been doing, because the album ain't going to forget the words.
Yeah, and also one of those things where it's just like, if you have to come out there and give like a disclaimer on something, I mean, truthfully, like yes, you wrote this song to get through your pain and stuff like that. But could you imagine the Mary J. Blige was like, no more drama was written for me to get through my pain, so I can't perform that song anymore. Like, that, to me, that's kind of ridiculous. Like,
You sound crazy.
I'm sorry that you had to deal with this, but like, you put this music out there and we like the music, and you're telling me that you're not going to perform it. Like, I kind of paid to hear you perform that. Like, these are your hits. Like, you kind of got to suck it up a little bit. I know that sounds terrible, especially like when somebody's saying like it's painful for them to, but sing through the cry, and like we'll cry. Like
yeah, we get it. What Monique say? I'm sitting home with my babies. Why ain't get up and go and do the?
But also,
why ain't do no promo for Precious? Because I was home with my babies, having a good time, sitting on the bed. I'm looking in their faces. Get up and go to work. Go to work. I am so sick of this.
It is what you said. Like, we allow these people to do this. This is how y'all are with Kanye West too, by the way. And
I agree with you. Yes,
we allow people we literally allow these people to treat us the way that they do. Like, we allow, because if we would stop supporting them and stop putting our money into them and our time and our attention and our tweets, then these people won't be. You can't do it because nobody's.
What show if there ain't nobody there to show up to buy the tickets? Who are you performing to? So if it's too hard for your ass to get out here and get to work, no worries, another artist will be into. It's okay. Or just don't do tours. Don't do it. Just keep putting the albums out.
Because the crazy part about it, and like, I don't want to get into this debate with anybody, but I guess this would be kind of cool because we can now use it as a hashtag. But like, overall, like, if R. Kelly was still performing, people would still be going to his concert right now today with no issue.
Oh, girl, you got a little body, yaddy.
Wait, the last.
I just want to take you home with me.
Margie said, I'm waiting for you guys to have kids. Me too.
Waiting for you to have some babies.
Yeah, but if I have kids, I'm not gonna be able to like go to the concerts and stuff.
And get up, get your ass up, and put this camera on and go to work.
Oh, and then the last thing I just had is Sweetie. She just made headlines too because she said she cut all her hair off. And she said that she cut it off because like hair has like a lot of negative energy and all that stuff. She wanted to do a cleanse, so she cut all her hair off. And ladies with hair and everything like that, and ladies who cut their hair, do you guys agree with that?
No, you sound crazy. She might have been high because that makes girl, wash it. You want the bad energy? Wash your hair. Wash your scalp.
Well, what about when girls be like, when a lady cuts her hair, that means she's changing her life? Like, you've seen that.
So say you change your life. Don't say it's bad energy in your hair. You sound stupid. What? Cut it. I'm tired of these fake, everybody's so fake woke. What?
So nobody agrees that the woman is probably dealing with some negative energy attached to the hair. You ever see that movie,
what was it?
Hair?
Yeah, I think it was that scary movie about hair.
Hulu. That's what. Hey, that's what they were doing in that one. Like it was the hair that was
It
getting.
was the demon. Well, she got that weave put in. So maybe she cut the weave out. Maybe she was the lead in the movie and
Well,
the
she's
demon first attracts herself to her scalp, her hair.
Toya. Her hair looks like this now. Actually, I might have
Well,
more. I might have more hair than
I
Sweetie.
guess the demon can't hide up in there, so maybe she did what she had to do. I don't know. But I need y'all to just stop. Like, y'all be out here just saying anything and sounding real stupid.
Was wild about that though. Like when I watched this, I watched a clip of the interview. The wildest thing about it is she was like, "Yeah, like they had to cut it because the hair had negative energy, this, that, and the third." She on the wig. Why couldn't you do that? I just feel like if you're gonna make that statement, you got to be in your natural state. Because it's like, look, I cut my like NDRE would never. If NDRE made that statement, she would be like in her natural state. Like you can't have no wig talking about something hair had bad because you could just put another wig on.
Thank you. That's it. That's all you got to do. Just y'all stop. Please stop. It's getting too much. We will not take everything y'all are trying to feed us. Like, we call bullshit on you. With Summer Walker and Sweetie. Weedy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we call bullshit on a girl. You just wanted to look, do the quote like all the girls do. A woman who's about to cut her hair is about to change her life. Change your life on us, boo, and that's just what it is.
AC McLean said women go bald for health reasons or to cover up drug use. And you know what's crazy? I saw this thing that Britney Spears just signed a deal for like a $15 million book deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have some reservations about that because one, I want to know, like, will you be honest about that situation? Because like it's been rumored that she did cut all her hair off, not because she was going through it, not with drugs, but not because she was crazy and going through it, but because like she was gonna get drug tested. So
Yes.
her off.
And she
And
ain't want to get them kids taken away.
well, I mean, they still did.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of one of those things where it's just like when you look at certain things now, like with an adult lens, it's like there was a reason that you cut your hair off. Like you did that for a reason. And I wonder how honest Britney Spears is going to be in this book because a lot of the stuff we seen play out, and we kind of know
Yeah.
a bit more. But like, how honest will she be in this?
She better be the hell honest. I don't know. She's still making them videos
Well, I don't.
of dancing with them dirty feet.
Dirty feet and her crop tops.
Mascara porn. She's still recording those.
Look, anybody who was crazy enough to give Britney Spears $15 million for a book when Britney Spears is clearly still like detoxing, I'll say, like y'all are dumb and y'all just like have money to throw around.
It's a hot button ticket.
Yeah,
How about you get through the whole healing process? That's the real book we really want to see because people are out here really concerned about your well-being and we want Britney to be successful and amazing. We want to push through story. We don't want a book filled of lies, like I'm sorry, or half truths.
and I think she's living a lot right now too because I just saw this thing that Britney Spears is apparently engaged, and it's just like the girl was just on a conservatorship and couldn't even use the bathroom by herself, but now she's well enough to be engaged. Like this is insane to me, and it's like
And everybody on the internet, oh, she's so happy. It's happening.
this is crazy.
What is wrong with y'all? I look at the people like it's something wrong with y'all. Like there really is a problem. Please stop encouraging this stuff. This girl is clearly still not all there. Yes, be supportive. But even when remember how everybody was just celebrating when she got on and posted herself naked? I can do what I want to do. What? And everybody was like, yes, girl, freedom, be free, Britney.
AC McLean is on it tonight. I would give the money to the maid. She know the stories.
Yes.
Like that's
The help always know the story. In fact, a last story, and that wasn't even written down. Thank you, E.C. McLean. This assistant has been blowing up. A Hollywood assistant has been blowing up on TikTok,
you. Please, this is a lie.
telling people stories.
Talking about the one specific one that we talked about earlier today.
Yeah, but not that. It's other stories too, but that was the one that just blew up today. But yeah, she's giving receipts. This is the insight. The help always knows. So in this case, it was Tiana Taylor. She reported a story of her husband, and this is allegedly her husband cheating on her. Tiana was in the bathroom. Lisa, run a voice. Were you doing coke in the bathroom?
Wait, just real quick.
It's this.
Said she was with this guy the whole time. How crazy is that she was with this Britney Spears?
Thank you.
How crazy that she was with this guy the entire time that she was on a conservatorship, and now he wants to get engaged to her when she's off the conservatorship. This is insane to me.
Why I do? You could have proposed prior to.
Also, like, why didn't he do more to help her get off of this conservatorship? Was he approved by her dad to do this? Like, it just.
It's too much. It's too much. But prayers for Brittany. Hey, Mr. 2Extent, I see you, baby. It's always good. 2Xent. It's always good to see you, baby. Yeah, Marjane, you want to hear from Putin? I'm telling you, the help is who really got the answers. Kanye, Swain had the answers. You should have asked the help. Because they know.
You were saying this woman is reenacting, like, Hollywood stories? Like, she's just, like,
Yeah. Yeah, I guess of the jobs that she's had, she said, fuck, because she knows she can get a check on TikTok now. That's why. And the storage is going to blow up. And now people are, they like F what do they call it? Not a non-compete, but sorry?
An NDA.
Yes. They like, damn the NDA, because whatever you find me or whatever the case, I'm going to have more of a come up on this money that they're going to give me for this. So
entertain_me said, Chocolate, you have a radio voice. What about me? You don't say I have a radio voice.
Well, thank you, baby. But that might not be a good, because you know what they say to people on the radio voice. That's why you ain't make it to TV.
No, she didn't say you belong on the radio. She said you have a radio voice. That's why every time I like someone, I'm like, oh, you have a really good radio voice. I never say you should be on the radio, because then what you trying to say?
I know you're something ugly. But thank you, baby. I appreciate you. Everything. Oh, and E.C. McLean, she damn sure is on it. She said, Yeezy keep changing all his staff because they know.
But that's
listen, you got one.
The fact that you keep changing stuff, that means you just exposing so many different people to your mess. So when stuff starts, I'm not gonna know who said it.
No, just stop doing the damn mess that you don't have to have people sign NDAs and shit like that. Like, just run a clean ship. Like, I don't understand it. Like, I mean, because next I know we gonna blow up. I hope I'm never in the space where I need to tell people, if you want to fuck with me, you gotta sign this NDA. Like, what?
Yeah.
Bitch, get out. I just need my kitchen cleaned and my bathroom cleaned. Like,
you gotta sign one, because I don't want you running your mouth about nothing. To be honest with you, if you want to be my friend right now, you gotta sign an NDA, because like,
shit, I'll tell y'all all his business for free. Just like,
that's the thing. You gotta. With this Tiana Taylor stuff, like, even if the girl was, that situation is really serious. This woman is saying that this girl overdosed. Why would you put that out there?
That was crazy. I wouldn't have said all of that, but apparently maybe this girl, she's just sick of it, and it's one of those things. Like I say, if you know you ain't never going back to the injured, people be like, you're gonna burn the bridge. But if I'm never going back to this industry in any way, shape, or form, I'm blowing the bridge the fuck up. And it'll be nice if I can get a little check for it on the side. Like, you're done, Nene voice. You're done.
That seems to be what that girl did in that Jeffrey Epstein case. Like, she blew this whole thing up, and then she took that man's money. The prince, she took his money.
I'll take it, because I need a check. They gonna know about you, but how much you want to sell it for? Okay.
Meg's in quote last thing. People said how dope is Genius. I've heard really good things about it, but I won't be watching. I refuse to watch.
Yeah. Megs and Quills, go ahead back next week. You'll see it. We were in a whatever Genius debate, but although I do have to finish watching the last episode, I am on the train to continue to watch it. But again, let's be very clear. Anybody partaking in this Genius thing, it does not absolve Kanye West for doing the dumb shit that he's doing today. And quite frankly, for the past how many years now? Like at least 10.
Well, how come
so
they only say that he's such a genius and they're so blessed to watch it and they love it?
Because they in delusion. Because they in Delusionville. And I enjoy, and the Megs and Quills, I'm enjoying the series so far, what I'm seeing. But it really bothers me how people are taking this, and now Kanye is amazing. He can do no wrong. And yes, the fuck he can do some damn wrong. What is wrong with y'all? He's doing wrong now. Yep. And you're walking around with this Kim Kardashian lookalike. Like, I don't get it. Why Reggie Bush, hold on to your wife, player, because you know he petty.
Okay. Oh, because she looked like Kim Kardashian.
Reggie Bush, don't let him come near none of them, your wife, or none of them cheering, okay? Because he petty like that.
Yeah.
So, yes, Kanye, please just, I mean, all we can do is somewhat, I pray for everybody, but I'm always going to pray for the guy. But shit, Kanye got to want to do better for it to actually happen. So,
Oh yeah, like
with that said,
Walker and all of them. I mean, it's the same situation. Just saying.
Thank you. Come on. Why are y'all investing yourselves? Like so much of yourselves. Last but not least, congratulations to Will Smith, who won his first lead acting role in the SAG Awards that happened over Screen Actor Guild.
Period too. Like this is his first time winning a Screen Actors Guild Award. Yeah.
Wow.
Prince won for playing a king.
Wait, who?
The Fresh Prince won for playing a king.
Yes, I love. Come on, talk about a full circle moment. So I love this for Will, and I really hope that he can take this into the Oscars and win big there because he is so deserving of it. I always said maybe I'll talk about it later. Well, this is an idea. If you guys, I'm sure it's an idea that's out there already, but you heard it here because this is what I would really like to do at some point in time is create like an alternate Oscars where we award people who should have gotten the award when they were not, or even if they weren't nominated. This is who I feel as though should have gotten this award for that year. Because can't nobody tell me that Larry motherfucking Fishburne ain't damn Ike Turner and Angela Bassett is Tina Turner. Because when I think Ike and Tina, I see them too. They both should have got Oscars for that. The whole movie should have got an Oscar for it.
Yeah, well, they do say the Screen Actors Guild is like the road to the Oscar. So if you do well there's a good chance that you will win an Oscar. Will Smith winning one after last year, the year he had, would be incredible. I just hope he picks a good date. Take your mom or something. Don't take that wife.
Please don't. He probably will, because everybody in the audience, they doing the same thing they do. We just don't know about it. Will finally and Jada finally said, we're gonna talk about ours.
Well, that's true.
Somebody said, what happened to you having other accounts? So it's not an account. We're still in the planning phases, but it's coming together. So it won't be on IG. It will be other platforms because I really think though the goal is and we always said this from day one, was to do this for a bit, but then move it over to something else and have you guys come see us there. And, especially with IG hating on the algorithm, I done seen our watches and views going down, but I know it's not y'all. It's the damn algorithm, but it's okay. We still progress and we still getting ready for the damn takeover because that's what we gonna do on these internet streets where the real celebrities don't live, according to some people.
Well, you got a YouTube.
Richard, I don't like no damn YouTube. You corny. Ain't none of these influencers no celebrities. But why they just get casted on all these shows and taking traditional? Okay. All right. Y'all live in La La Land. We love y'all, Marjan, baby. We love you too. Yes, we are. I want to do YouTube Live. So this is where we are coming to you guys. Please share, let people know about us because with YouTube Live, you need a certain amount of subscribers before you can use that feature. So that is the goal, but we need you guys to subscribe and help us out, please. See? So Mexican Quill says, my other business account has new followers weekly and the numbers remain the same. They don't want us to be great on here, so we're going to find a new home eventually. But the goal is we need to get the word out. Dex and I will do better with promoting the YouTube because we need them damn subscribers. We want to blow this pop stand.
Because always flagging me and put me on lockdown for a month. I mean, I was about to say you be on there cussing. I said one thing bad on Facebook one time, and they gonna put me in a Facebook jail. I'm like, okay, like this is ridiculous. I've got
it's doing too much, And now it's like they're ever more sensitive because y'all done let people run ragged on Facebook and IG. And now all of a sudden you want to, we all got to get in trouble. Well, I never really did Facebook like that anyway because it's too many people talking. I just want to see ratchet stuff on the gram and just like throw out a ratchet comment every now and again. And that's it. Like, I want to have fun here. I don't, like, Facebook is like going to my parents' house. I got to be on my best behavior. I'm not my parents, my grandparents. Got to be on their best behavior. I don't want to do that. This is where I come for the fun. All right, everybody. Thank you all so very much for watching. YouTubers, we love you. Guys, you can find the YouTube. Actually, look for my name until we find another home, chocolate.divinity. You can find all of these episodes there. Please like, share, but the most part, subscribe. Let your families, your cousins, everybody know. Even the people you don't know, you in the market at the line. Hey, you ever heard of the comments? Get your phone out and subscribe right now. You ain't doing too much if you do that. All right, guys, we love you, and we will see you next week. Bye.